Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah. This is still my bedroom, and for today's video I'm going to be talking about exactly how much I spent on my Scotland trip. I'm also going to talk about some tips and tricks I picked up on the way, just some things I would recommend doing and not doing because we definitely made a couple of mistakes. But first, I've wrote down in my book exactly how much we spent every single day, down to the pot of hummus I bought on the third day. What I spent in Scotland! So let's get straight into it. The first day we got petrol. Well, you also know we had a bit of difficulty with the car. Our indicator light stopped working, and so we did have to buy some new indicator lights, and they cost £4.50. I don't think I added that into the total, or maybe I did. I'm not too sure, but that cost £4.50. And then, so the first day we bought £46 worth of petrol. I'm gonna do it in categories. So basically I'm gonna do the petrol first and then the like extras. Second day, £40. Third day, £20. Fourth day, £38, 52. And then we didn't actually get any petrol on the fifth day, but on the sixth day we got £42.82. So that in total is £186.35. Divide that by 2 because it was me and my sister. We ended up spending a grand total of £93.68 in petrol, which is nothing considering how much we travelled. Obviously it depends on what car you have. She has a Renault Clio and it gets everywhere. The mile per gallon or whatever, however you say it, is incredible. We, like you saw, we went all the way up to the top of Scotland and back, and we only ended up spending £187 on petrol. I just think that's great. So next category is extras. This is just things that they weren't like essentials, they were just like little luxuries. So day 2 I bought some coffee, and that cost me £2.15. Also, a lot of the times I bought coffee, it was just so that I could charge my camera up and use like their charging points and things like that. Also for Costa we used the bathroom just to freshen up a little bit. So that was more, I could have obviously bought my own coffee and just used some hot water from the gas cooker. Day 3 I also bought some coffee, that was £2.75. Day 3 I bought some hummus. Now it was on offer, it was only 60p, so I did really good there. And to dunk in that I got some soft brown slice thin breads, if you know what I mean, they're like square brown bread, and that cost me 37p. Day 4 I got another coffee for £2.60. Day 4 again we went to a pub and we got some nachos. They cost me £4.50. I also had 3 Coronas and that cost me £10. And day 5 I bought some Muller Corner yogurt things and they cost me 20p each. Again, they were on offer. So that in total comes up to £24.37. Yeah, I mean really, really cheap. I didn't actually add up the total of the petrol and the luxuries, so I'll put that on the screen here. Oh, also swimming. We went swimming because we needed to shower and the swimming pool was extortionate. It cost us £6 to go for a swim. There was also a steam room and we were able to shower and freshen up, which was really nice, but I think £6 is extremely expensive. But that was just, we needed to shower and we weren't going to go looking around for ages to find somewhere to shower. So yeah, in total we spent this much. Not bad, considering. We were gone for a whole 6 days, just sleeping and trekking along in the car. So that's that bit done, finished, finito. Now I'm going to go on and talk about the tips and tricks that I picked up on the way. By no means am I an expert at this. I've spent a grand total of about a week and a half sleeping in my car before. I did it like the same thing last time I went to Scotland, it was with my friend. So I'm no expert, but some little things I've picked up are, some of these are also very, very obvious and things that you should just be doing, but I didn't. So the first one, are you ready, is plan before you go. We didn't do any planning, both times I didn't do any planning. And so I feel like if we had planned a little bit better, we could have got the showers for cheaper. Say, if we saw that it was £6 to go swimming, we probably would have gone for a cheaper place. Also, finding lay-bys to sleep in. If we did a bit of research, it's all online exactly where, the general travellers go to sleep. They point out some nice good lay-bys and some woods that you can sleep in. So just a little bit of research would have really helped, especially since I had no data on my phone. I wasn't able to just do the research on the go. So definitely plan before you go is my tip numero uno. Tip number 2 is to get some windscreen covers, or window covers even, because it was freezing, like it was actually frosty outside. If we had some covers, you saw maybe on my second to last night and last night, I hung my shirt up and Phoebe hung her cardigan up on the window. That blocks out a lot of the cold and it keeps the warmth in because so much cold comes in through the windows. So definitely 100% would recommend some window covers. Also privacy, you know, you have on lay-bys, you're going to get some cars like flashing their headlights and things like that. So I would just get some window covers just to make you a bit more comfortable. Third tip is I would get some, I haven't actually got any myself, I need to buy some, but car charging things. So you can use the lighter thing that it has, but it also has the actual plugs, so you can charge up all your devices. That was a massive struggle this trip, was to keep my camera charged and my laptop so I could drop off footage and edit and things like that. It was just impossible. And like before, I had to spend money in coffee shops so that I could just sit there and wait for my camera to charge. I didn't really want the coffee, didn't need the coffee, but I needed the charging. So if I had that in the car while I was travelling, it would have been so much easier and a lot more cost effective. So yeah, that was my tip number 3. Tip number 4, and something that I don't know everybody knows about, or maybe they're a bit too shy to ask, is if you go into Costa or Starbucks, they will give you just hot water. You can ask for hot water. And to save you from spending £3, however much it is, on a coffee, you can buy coffee, or just the sachets. If you don't drink black coffee, you need milk as well, then that's another expense. But if you just get the sachets, you can buy hot water from, you can get hot water from Costa and just use the sachets, and that's so much cheaper because you can get a box with, I don't know how many sachets come in a box, but really cheap. In fact, I did one of them in my last vlogs, saying about how cheap they were from B&M. So I'd definitely recommend doing that. But if you are going to do that, don't take the, like, if you're only getting a hot water, go in, get a hot water and leave. Don't go in, get a hot water and then sit and use the electricity and use the bathrooms and not spend any money. Personally, I feel like that's taken it a bit too far. If I was to spend money on a coffee, then I'll sit down, I'll drink the coffee and use the charging ports and use the internet and go to the bathroom. But if I'm just getting a hot water and I'm not paying any money, I'll just get the hot water and leave, because just respect, I guess. It just feels a bit like I'm taking advantage of the space. Tip number 5, I think we're at. I'm gonna stop counting now because I will forget all the tips, but I'm in the number of the tips. So tip number 5 is don't leave, not a tip, maybe just a not a tip, is more of a, like, I don't know what it is, but something I didn't do on this trip was leave toilet roll in lay-bys. It's kind of gross. If you're going to the toilet and you're leaving loads of toilet roll on the lay-bys, it looks messy, it's annoying for the locals, it shows like bad light on the people who are travelling. So please, if you're, you know, going to the toilet, for a wee in a lay-by, just bring the toilet back with you, the toilet roll. Like, put it into a bag, have a bag maybe in your car where you can just chuck it in, tie it up, and then throw it in the bin when you see one. Or if there's a lay-by like that has a bin, great, put it straight in the bin. Don't just leave it on the lay-by for someone to see it and stand in it and it look really messy. It's just, you know, it's not nice for the locals. My next tip is to clean your car before you go. Now, you might have lovely cars and it's already nice and clean, but my sister's car, our car was definitely not clean. So I think it would have been nice if we started with a fresh slate, because it definitely does get dirtier after the week of, you know, hiking, bringing boots in, all of our clothes living in there, food. It just gets a bit messy, and if you just clean it before you start, it's not going to accumulate so much that you just feel like you're living in your own mess. So these are just some common knowledge things that just really help for me the whole trip of the Scotland trip. Speak to the locals. You know, we never would have known about the whale spotting and dolphin spotting if I didn't speak to that man in the bar that night. So definitely is a great opportunity to go and speak to the locals, get to know them, have a real nice feel for the area, and they will suggest the best places because they know the best places. Another tip is sliders or like flip-flops, just nice shoes that you can wear in public toilets and public showers, because just cleanliness, really. Another one was refilling your water bottle. We had a big butt of water, a big thing of water, and we didn't buy another one at all. We just refilled. Again, it's another opportunity to talk to the locals if you're bringing in a big butt of water and saying, can I fill this up? Also, again, maybe have a drink, but you know, and just say, you know, I'm sleeping in the car, I need some water. Everyone's lovely about it anyway. You're not going to get any hate. And then my last two things are to download offline maps, because I love it. I think it's great. It's not so good walking because it doesn't really pick up the littler streets, but if you're driving places, it's perfect. You just download it and go. You tap in your location. Obviously you download the area that you need, and then you're good to go. Also, I'm pretty sure this is common knowledge as well, but you can if you're in Wi-Fi, type in your location, hit whatever it is, find or search or something, however it starts to like get you going, and then you can turn off your Wi-Fi and it'll just stay there. You don't have to, as long as you don't close the app, then it'll take you to the location. So that's another thing. Offline maps, a massive saviour for me. And last but not least is a good music playlist. Now, we had the new 21 Pilots album, which we've been listening to religiously since it's been out, but that definitely kept us going. And then In the Heights is our jam, and we were listening to that the whole time. So yeah, they're my little tips and tricks for sleeping and travelling in the car. Like I said, I'm by no means a professional at this. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.